Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Tuesday, the 29th of June, comes to you from London. And a lot of red on the screen this morning. We're seeing basically US equities were up yesterday, but the futures suggesting they're opening down today. Europe up, Asia mostly down, recovering crude oil, precious metals lower. But we'll take a look starting at the top. The dollar index is slightly higher this morning and looking more and more like it is going to break into this medium-term trend. So this is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market with the corresponding point and figure targets. Looking at the euro, that's weakening against that stronger dollar. The low that we touched on the cloud here coming under pressure. If we make a lower low, then that will be confirming the dollar recovery. And looking at the dollar yen chart, this is the place we really will look for the break first. If we break this April high, then that will be a lead indicator that the dollar is probably going to run higher. Sterling sitting at 138.50, just declining against that stronger dollar, against the euro 116.33, holding this 116 level. Very tight range here, but sterling still has the upper hand longer term. Bitcoin sitting steady at around $35,000, not much change there. Still bullish on the short-term chart, has work to do on that longer-term chart. The S&P 500 index, as I say, was up last night, so that's pushing higher. The Nasdaq also pushing higher. But if we look at the futures this morning, down very slightly. A flat opening really in the US is the call for the moment. The VIX volatility pushing lower, below that 16 mark. We're just trending lower. The fear index getting better and better all the time, if you like. The FTSE future is up just under 0.4% this morning. The cash market in Germany is up 0.5%, and the CAC Quarante is up 1/3%. But as we said, Asia mostly down. So Tokyo was down just under 1%. The Hang Seng was down just over 1%. The Shanghai Composite was also down, and the Sensex in India was down 0.2%. The Aussie market, little change, but holding on to its new all-time high there, so that's quite key. We'll take a look at the energy mix in a minute. Soft commodities lower, a stronger dollar having an impact here, but we're seeing sugar down 1%, wheat also lower, and corn also lower. But these long-term trends still very much intact. Gold sitting at 1768, down 0.5% this morning, putting us in short-term bearish territory. The main thing is we hold these March, April lows. Silver below the $26 mark, falling away as well. And platinum down 0.4%. And palladium, which had a big fall last week, the week before last, is still in recovery mode, although it's down this morning. US 10-year yield sitting steady at 1.5% on the 10-year. So that's still just holding there and really still bullish on the longer term with this upside target of 3.3%. The energy mix, very interesting. Brent crude did fall away yesterday. We were bullish for the week, but we see that deterioration there. The key thing is, will we go lower? That will activate a downside target on the 1-minute chart. This is my daily charts, my 60-minute charts for short term, and the very short term 1-minute charts. These are the charts you want to keep an eye on if you're trading crude. A couple of questions on LinkedIn about the long-term trend for Brent. Here's a monthly chart, and we see here we're just pushing above the cloud into bullish territory. Probably a little bit early to say that we're seeing a long-term trend change, but the reality is the price is wandering out of the cloud, and that's looking pretty bullish. So quite key there. So Brent still looking pretty good. WTI, quite interesting there. If we look at WTI finding some support at 72.50, we are below the cloud, but no clear downside targets. Again, if we move lower, we activate one. And US nat gas sitting higher at 3.59, looking strong this week. Again, our call was bullish. Coal sitting at $85 this morning, again just trending higher all the time. We've got a target to 90 if we break to a new high there, so that's what we're seeing all the time with coal. Emissions 55.57, that lots of support there on that 1-minute chart, and we are just holding on to the gains there, so looking still pretty likely for a new high. UK emissions falling back a little bit, less price visibility here obviously with the contract only launching last month. NBP is up nearly 2% this morning, and the same with TTF. Gas markets globally looking pretty strong, and again we're seeing moves to new highs there. And German power, last of all, sitting at 70 euros, still holding that 70 euro mark. 72.40 is the target that we're looking to, and 73, 75, 75.88. Almost, as we've broken the new highs, almost certainly we are going to go higher still. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.